What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and right now we're going to be talking about this most feared, the Randy Moss, the LT, and we got that Brandon Marshall. Now, I'm going to let you guys know, I did get bundles, alright? Now, the most feared bundles were pretty garbage, but you were able to, you know, with the one bundle that I got this, which one? I got this one, with the 390s in it. I was able to go ahead and complete Randy Moss relatively easy. You do need 490s to get any of the, you know, the champions or whatever they're calling them. So you're going to want to make sure you keep that in mind if you're going to spend the money. Obviously, I don't want you guys to spend the money if you don't have to, but EA is throwing out these cards by name so that we have to spend money. There's realistically no way to really do a lot of other things. You can get NCATs by playing house rules and doing a lot of other things, guys, but I'm just being totally honest. If you guys think you're going to get these cards this year, the way that we used to old school grind, you're thinking wrong. EA is not playing games with you, so you're going to need 490s to go ahead and get any of these. Rob Gronkowski is probably the one that most people are not even looking at, because even if you power him up and put him on a theme team, he's still pretty trash, because the speed aspect of the game, that's what makes Madden and will always make Madden one of the most prolific games that's available, because when a person's fast, you get that speed. That's usually the only difference in anything that goes on in Madden. So we picked up Randy Moss and Lawrence Taylor by doing these sets. You do receive 4 NCATs back that give you about 5,000 training back. Some of you guys were saying, what should you do with that? I would just go ahead and re-roll. Many of you guys have told me, you know, you were able to pull that limited Brandon Marshall, who was going for about $689 when I bought him. So, you know, there is a lot of coins available in that scenario if you guys wanted to go that route. Now, for those of you guys that want to just get down to the nitty-gritty, we're going to talk about what the impact of the players that we added to the squad has, right? So, realistically, we're at 51 of 50 Raiders right now because Randy Moss obviously played for the Raiders. I did notice that in my most recent stream, a lot of people don't understand as far as team chemistries, how it applies. And they've been getting a lot of misinformation about the fact that a lot of these players have every team's chem. You gotta go ahead and understand, like, the team diamond aspects. There's only specific cards that get every team's chem. Dan Marino does, because he's like the Team Diamonds master. There's several cards, like the one that you get as you grind out, the Devin Hester, you know, what is the other guy? The Junior Seau. There's a lot of other cards like that that may get every team's chem, but specifically to other players that are not part of like the major diamond sets, are not, or are not cards like this, or even your team captain, which you can pick a various amount of those players. Nobody just gets all the team chems. I just wanted to clarify that, because I don't like when people don't understand and then they may ask the question and then people are just like, yo, what's going on with this guy? Everybody doesn't know everything. I don't know everything. I asked you guys a lot of things about the game. You know, I know how to play it, but a lot of the stuff that they talk about on Good Morning Madden, or they make up new rules, like now you can use the strategy cards in head-to-head, it's all stupid. Like, I don't really look into those type of things excessively, but I'll go into a game now, like recently, and I played a 19-foot Moss. Like, yo, alright, cool, whatever, you couldn't stop it, so now you just allowed it. It is what it is. But when it comes to building your team, I want to make sure everybody has that overall effect to know that it is about learning the game as well as raging. We're going to rage no matter what, because the game is what it is. But, you know, when I see questions like that, I just want to make sure that, you know, I answer them. You guys understand, not every player. So it's specific players that EA chooses, whether it's a master set or whatever. It's usually known who gets all team chems, but very few cards do. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and jump back into Randy Moss now that that's done, and we're going to take a look at what's going on. We're hitting him off with that Matchup Nightmare. I did have Matchup Nightmare and Deep Out on him, but Deep Out is type garbage, and he still drops the ball, so we might as well not waste the AP or waste the training on that. These are his numbers right now, and I want to make sure you guys understand. Earlier, I was excited about going to the 99 Speed Moss with the speed card, you know, for the most feared, but you lose 4 inches off his height, which is very, very stupid. So it would make sense to just make him gigantic and just throw streaks. The only reason I'm not doing it is because that's a temporary thing. So what's going to happen is, once all of this is over, you're just going to be a trash can player for most of you guys that are running around using the morph, because it's not really as advantageous as it used to be. It used to be fun, now it's just stupid. Because EA is like, alright, it's not going to be in MUT, it is going to be in MUT, now it's halfway in MUT, alright, now we're taking away height. Like, it's too complex and too ridiculous, and I honestly just don't even want to play around with the additional strategy card. But you can earn the additional strategy card by simply playing the challenges. If you wanted to add him, you know, for the +2 speed or whatever, you could just play the challenges, you'll get the card, and you're good. But it's going to subtract height from him. With Randy Moss being 6 foot, he would be Jamar Chase. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want another Jamar Chase. I want Randy Moss. So, and like I said, I could do the one with height, but I'm good where we are right now. So we're just going to leave it the way it is and just play. We played against a guy earlier that sucked, but he had all his guys morphed. It's a nightmare, but I just don't want to do it. So that's his numbers right there. Speed, acceleration, pretty good. I don't like the fact that Brandon Marshall is a better card. I'm not sure who's responsible for the ratings, but it doesn't make sense. You have to give Randy Moss a 99 deep route run. They created prevent defense for this man. You cannot do what you're doing. And then Brandon Marshall has a 98. Chemmed up, just so people are gonna be like, oh bro, but what about, no, it's no excuses about it. If you could give Brandon Marshall 98, you can easily give Rendito Moss 99. So it is what it is. But to be honest with you guys, this card is unbelievable. You know, for those of you guys that don't do the Gmias streak, he runs every route pretty well. The crossers, posts, outs, corners, everything. So just so you know that. Jump over to LT. This guy's a maniac. All right, now I'm gonna tell you this straight out. Let me just take a look at his numbers real quick. You guys, wait a minute, why do I have the power-up version? Yeah, let's get this on him. He's unbelievable. He's an unbelievable card. All right, 90 speed, 92 excel, 93 finesse, 93 power, 91 block shed. Remember, with all those three, it means a lot. Now, the only exception to that rule, we have a speed rusher, and you know, Harold. You know, that guy right there, he's a savage. We'll go over to him in a second. I'm just gonna show you really quick with Landry, so you guys know what's going on with it. He's a speed rusher, and he's one of those guys that he just doesn't fit all the criteria because he just plays really well. So I just wanted to point that out because some of you guys were asking, yo, Gmias, why do you got Harold now? He's unbelievable. Now, this is another thing, guys. We could get rid of him and put somebody there like the Charles Haley that we had before, but he actually plays better than Charles Haley. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, we're not going to go ahead and make a move right now. We'll just stay with him because I believe that he plays a lot better than any other card that's available on the outside. So now we'll just go back to Lawrence Taylor and continue there. So all of his numbers are right there. 90 speed, 92 excel. He has all the top three. That's what you look for in all the players to know exactly what you're getting. So he meets all the criteria very heavily. 6'3", 237, great. And we give him double or nothing, and he has the X factor with unstoppable force. Once he gets unstoppable force on, you can send him by himself. He's going to sack the QB. Just a quick point of order. All right, I just want you guys to understand that. Now, the final guy that we added, Brandon Marshall. Okay, let's take a look at what he's doing. All right, limited card. You can pull him out of that set where you just re-roll the training and all that good stuff. We go ahead and we give him matchup nightmare, double me X factor, similar to what we have with Rendito Moss. 95 speed, 93 excel. Look at his deep route. They literally made him better than Randy Moss. Now, this is so ridiculous. When I first looked at it, I'm like, whatever. But because he has the 95 speed, and, you know, we have Randy Moss with 97, we're pretty much good. Remember, we're not using any additional strategy cards, so, you know, there's no boost. These numbers are what they're going to be after this promo's over. Now, obviously, his price is going to drop or whatever like that, and we will make that decision when we see another card comes out that actually is a lot better and meets the criteria. But for right now, Brandon Marshall's that dude. He's that dude. He's going to moss you, but he will drop the ball. I'm sorry, guys, but at this time, I think the EA developers love the fact that the guys get the animation, they catch it, they take 2 steps and drop it, because everybody's dropping the ball. It's really stupid, but it's part of the game. Nothing we can do about it, unfortunately. We just got to keep throwing the passes and just, you know, like, EA, thank you for what you're doing to us. And we got to keep moving on. But he's a very, very good card. He will get open. He gets off the press very well. If you line him up one-on-one, it's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? It's really, really bad for whoever you're playing against. So I would highly recommend whatever you can afford. But those are the players that we've added. I think the team right now is pretty much OP. I do want to get rid of Isaiah Simmons, though, and get the other middle linebacker that we had before that played for the Raiders, just to up the Raiders team camp so we can start adding other players, because I think that might help us out. But other than that, there's nothing else really going on with the squad. I think we're right there, bro, to being like savages. Let me know what you think about the team. Go ahead and rate it from 0 to 10. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You enjoy your day. Stay blessed. Until next time. One love, y'all.